Hello and welcome. Well, this is Mohsen Ismail once again. Welcome everyone. Now, this is something that I will be going through and just making you understand about the things that we are working. Welcome all. And we all know as to how the situation is today being a very, very important day. And the reason for that importance is this news that is going to come in. Now, of course, there is an important news of core PPI today. And a very important news about the federal funds rate cut, right? And FOMC statement, FOMC economic projections, all are so very important, even at an FOMC press conference. So right from around about 9:30 to 11 o'clock in the evening, maybe Indian Standard Time, and as per the country that you are in, though, you can just check as to what time it is. Like for me, it is 10 p.m. So this is the important time where you will see a lot of fluctuation, a lot of volatility, and a trend setting, or maybe a very high probability of great points or pips of movement in there. Now, how is this going to happen is something that we are going to understand. Now, before we dive into that, let's understand the functionality of it. So for today, very importantly, like yesterday, we have seen that the market was actually really very slow and within a very small range bound. And today, it has gone a little upwards, still in the same range bound of 506. If you look at the last video, the range that I gave between 510 to 515 is somewhere it is still hovering into. Now, here's the thing. This points I would want you to make a note of, because this is going to be really very important, and this is where you will understand as to what might happen and how you're supposed to take the deal. We have seen the market right now currently at 5,006.9188. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you look at this point of 5004, let me just mark that up for you. If you look at this point of 5004, I'll mark it out for you. Okay. 5004, which is a very, very important task. Now, from here, if the market gets rejected, because it has crossed this level, this is where the market can just get rejected. If it gets rejected here, then what is it that you are going to cover? How is it that you're going to take it? The market might just, of course, like it has gone up, it went up. Now it is retesting. Now from here, if it gets rejected and goes upwards, this is where it will cross. And of course, 508 is this level where it has to cross. So once it crosses the 508 mark and goes above, then the next target will be this important range of 5038 to 5040. Now, why I'm saying this is because from here, you can get a very good sell opportunity back then, okay, towards this goal of 4983. However, if from here, if it goes above, then it will certainly go to 5083 to 5100. So 5080 is something that I'm marking right here, right? However, this point, like I said, let me just mark that once again. This point of 5040 is very, very important. 5040 to 5045, because this is where you can certainly get a supply zone, a sell from here, which can prove to be a very good sell position. Excuse me. So, well, coming from that, this is what might happen if it goes up. Now, this is very important for you to understand. However, if it just comes down, then you have a level where you look at this level. If it comes down, then you have a level of this trend line of 5097 or 96, and it will try to retest this. Now, based on the retesting level, you will have to open your position, because if it gets rejected from this resistance, that is the time from 49, it will cross the 4983 mark. go towards 497. There you go, 4977, 4975. Okay. So this is again a very good zone for which becomes for buying, because here there is a possibility, same like earlier we discussed in this position for sell. From here there is a possibility that you can get a very good buy position, because if you look at it, there's a lot of liquidity which has already been taken over here, and this becomes a very strong point or support for gold to take it further back up. Right now, if that does not happen, if it goes below this after retesting this level of 4075, that is the time when you will see it going down below to 4913. Let me just make a note. So there you go. It might just go up to 4. I'll just extend this right here to 4913 to 4915. Now this is what makes it so very important, and these levels that I'm telling you, this is what it makes it so very important. All you got to do is you have to remember this level of 4985 to 83. I'm marking these levels for you, and of course the level of 4975, which is also very, very important. Now these levels are the levels, especially 4974, 4977, are the levels from where you can buy. You can get a buy. Even at 4983, you can get a buy if it doesn't get rejected. So this is a very important gap that it needs to fill and then move forward, or else give you a breakdown structure. Now today is a day where you will have to wait till the breakdown structure doesn't happen. Breakout structure, I'm sorry. Why? Is because we have seen the market just, kind of been within a range and it is not breaking out. It is very important for the breakout structure to happen in order for you to get the confirmation and take the right position. Like you see over here, since the time we have been talking, it is still not crossed this level, neither has come down, neither is going up. However, it has to break this level of 5004 and 4985 to give you this huge impact of either going bullish or bearish. Right. Of course, fundamentally, there are a lot of things involved, a lot of things affecting. I would be making another video on that. But that is one thing. Let's first discuss as to what are the positions that you can take and you can make a note of. You can either click or click a snap, or else just make a note of it in your diary, however you prefer. Let me just quickly cover silver as well. Now, most of the people must be thinking, because you know how volatile and how dangerous silver it is, even to trade with 0.01 lot size. Let me just give you one straightaway point here. If you want to buy silver, don't buy anywhere. Of course, this becomes 77 to 77.01 to 77.6 is a very good point for you to buy. However, I would still say wait, because if you really want to go into silver, don't go for the short positions, go for the long-term position. If the spike happens, if it falls down, then from around about 71, let me just show that to you, different chart. Okay. Now, if you look at this liquidity that it has grabbed now from here till here, if the market is over here, this is just filling the gap. So it's very risky. Even if you buy or sell, the market can go either ways. So don't take that risk. Let the market react. And once the market reacts, that is when anywhere between 72, these points, because if it goes, and understanding the flow, the liquidity that silver has always given, it might just come to this level. Okay. And this is the range which it might just copy paste here. And if you look at the range, then it becomes 71.75, which comes from here directly. Yeah. So between 72 to 71, this is where considering looking at the right positions, you can take a very good buy position for a long term, and that is going to give you maybe a very good profit. Now, the reason why I'm saying all these things is because today is very important. Today is the day when you will have to, don't try to trade during these hours, except if you love to trade and take that risk. However, try to look at the market as to when it settles down. Because today, wherever the market is settling down is from where the market will start growing. And it might happen that in the coming time, looking at the situation and the conditions which is happening with the war and everything around, I think this is one situation where this is the time when millionaires and billionaires are made again. So this month of March and the April month as well, this, if you are disciplined, if you're understanding the market very well, and if you're taking your right positions, starting with small positions at a time, and then building up on that, can give you something that you always wished for. Do remember this point. That's all I have for you today. You have a wonderful day and happy trading and a great life.